If you had to design a school lunch program that was delicious and nutritious and worked with every school's budget, what tool would you use? Math. That's exactly what more than 5,000 U.S. high school students did while competing for over $120,000 in scholarship prizes in the Moody's Mega Math Challenge.
Applied mathematics is so much more. I mean, it's not simply plugging numbers into an equation. It's taking math, this whole language that describes the universe, and applying it to something that's real world and important.
You can see what your math can do for you and how relatable it is to everything. Like, I would have never thought you can use calculus to solve how schools should plan out lunches.
The goal of the M3 Challenge is to show students that applied mathematics is a viable and exciting profession by presenting them with a real-world problem and asking them to use mathematical analysis to develop a possible solution in just 14 hours.
The opportunity to work on real-world problems changes their view of what it means to do mathematics and what it means to be a mathematician. I think many students will say, oh, this is different than anything I've seen before. I didn't know mathematics could be like this. And I think that's essential for them seeing themselves as possibly using mathematics as a real tool in their lives.
This year's problem focused on outcomes and criticisms of the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act of 2010, which mandates nationwide nutrition standards for school lunches.
The coolest part about the problem is there's nobody more expert than the kids with regard to what makes a good lunch. What are they really looking for and what will make them satisfied at lunch?
We woke up first thing in the morning at 6, problem came out at 7, and then from there it was basically 14 hours straight work until 9 p.m., submitted our paper with about a minute left to go, and then that was it.
More than 1,200 solution papers were submitted during the challenge weekend in March. After weeks of review by PhD-level mathematicians, the top 6 teams from states including New Jersey, Indiana, Delaware, and North Carolina were invited to present their papers at the competition finals in New York.
We saw a lot of different factors need to be considered when looking at nutrition. It's a very complex problem that a lot of variables go into what the final model really says about how many calories a student would need at lunch or the best way to create a lunch plan for a student. So it really opened our eyes as a team to the depth and breadth of the problem.
We found that 750 to 850 calories is not nearly enough for most students, even elementary school kids.
What we did was we came up with sample school lunches that could be served, but then we feel that by increasing the budget available to schools, we could make these lunches fit more students' needs.
In our report to the USDA, we pretty much mathematically optimized a new lunch menu. Interestingly enough, the best meal was a grilled chicken sandwich.
The level of their solutions reflects an awful lot of really good thought and consideration of quite a number of alternatives. So you have to hand it to these students because they've really done an excellent job in framing the problem, coming up with appropriate assumptions so that they can actually make it tractable for solution, and then going on and coming up with a solution that they can present.
The winners of the 2014 Moody's Mega Math Challenge competition, North Carolina School of Sciences and Mathematics, Team 3377 from Durham, North Carolina.
The competition is organized by the Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics and funded by the Moody's Foundation, which awards scholarship prizes totaling over $120,000 to the top teams.
I think until you've come here and seen how unbelievably talented and poised and smart these students are, you don't really get it. These students could be running companies. I mean, they're giving presentations, they're showing PowerPoint, they're answering questions. So it's very impressive.
It's fantastic in every way. I mean, to challenge them, the scholarships are very helpful for these students. The exposure, the chance to go to New York has just been fantastic. Everything's been good about it.
It's a great competition. We all enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun.
I think it's important to have these opportunities like these math competitions because it bridges the gap between what you learn in schools, kind of the theoretical knowledge, with the applied knowledge, what happens in the real world. So chemistry, physics, biology, they're all great. But what matters is how you can turn that into a solution for a problem, how you can help people with it, and how you can improve the world around you.